What's up, guys? How to gain the confidence to achieve anything of your dreams. How to have the heart to do what you truly want and the actions to do so. If you don't know me, if this is the first video you're watching, I'm Sam Hardy, and let's just get right into it. This is a quick plug. I like to be honest. If you're interested in my fitness coaching, I do custom live workout and diet planning specific to you, plus mental coaching for confidence, calmness, and work ethic, because the fitness coaching and the mental coaching, I believe, have to pair, because the only way to keep and maintain and gain your progress is to have the mental part, because if you don't have the mental part, then it's more difficult to grasp and hold on to that progress you made physically. If you're interested in that, go check it out. I'll leave the link in the description to a video describing my coaching more in depth. But anyway, let's hop into the first thing. So first up, instead of our feelings dictating our actions, we have to flip that. Our actions will dictate our feelings. It's a very harmful way to think to yourself and others that our actions are dependent on our feelings. The way to change your view about yourself is to change your actions, which confidence is the view on yourself. With all change comes fear. There's always a natural element of fear when it comes to change. Humans are just afraid of change. It's like a survival instinct. But for those strong enough to go through to the other side of that fear, will then actually change. You have to go through resistance to change in absolutely anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Resistance is a part of actual growth. And if you're doing something and there's absolutely no resistance, you're probably not doing it very well, or it's not very significant. And you have to grow / change as a person, so you must do real world change, which are actions. You cannot just sit in your room and tell yourself you have more confidence, because again, it's showing yourself. So basically just understand that confidence must come from somewhere, which is the actions. Easy. Number one, get in shape. The foundation of all success. I truly believe that fitness is the foundation. Getting a good physique and being healthy is the absolute best thing, the number one best thing that any man or woman, but I'm targeting this towards the men, can do. Absolutely easy number one. Your body is the vehicle that takes you anywhere for every single task. You're never not in your body. It will help you no matter what on earth you're doing. No matter what, you'll have more confidence by being in shape. Guaranteed. Absolutely. I have experienced this myself. So this is easy number one thing. So I'm not going to get too much into it. Don't let opinions dictate your actions. Now, I could sit here and act like I don't care at all about other people's opinions, and that I could teach you how to not care at all about other people's opinions. But the reality is, we are humans, we're social creatures. We can't not at least a little bit care about other people's opinions. But you can choose not to act on them. You'll build up the muscle of not acting on people's opinions, not acting different based on people's opinions, staying true to yourself. You'll start not to care as much when you actually implement this into your life. And you'll mentally distance yourself from people just critiquing you or making fun of you or their opinions, because your actions have nothing to depend on them. So you'll just distance yourself from them because it's not relevant. You will show yourself that you are stronger than other people's opinions. You will free yourself from others. You're no longer tied to other people's opinions, what they say, what they think. And freedom has a massive impact on confidence. If you feel like you're constrained by anybody else for what you say or do, it's impossible to have confidence. And I have a personal example of this. When I first started working out, I got this. When I would go up to the gym, and people just don't like to see other people doing good sometimes. They think that it's zero-sum. You think that if I'm doing good, I'm taking away from you. Some people, for some reason, think like that. So people just hate. And that's, if you're making a real difference, you will see that. So just be prepared. I received critique and hate and people just making fun of me. And same as well when I used to start posting, especially when I'm posting, because I'm literally putting it out for the public, putting videos out, I'm putting pictures out of me flexing. Like at first, that's scary to do. And I was embarrassed because some people in school, they would like kind of poke at it. Nobody was like mean about it, but it was embarrassing. But when I started posting and working out completely on my own terms, not even considering what other people were saying as a factor of whether or not what I was doing, like my actions of going to the gym and posting, had nothing to do, when I made the switch of when it had nothing to do with what other people were saying, I freed myself from embarrassment. And now I don't care anymore. It still happens to me, but I don't really notice it. And do hard things. They don't have to be crazy. Confidence, this is the highlight of the video right here. Confidence is all about proof to yourself that you are capable and or worthy of doing a task, and doing little hard things and showing yourself you can stick to it regardless of its difficulty or discomfort is the easiest way. I think it's the best way because it's so easy to do little hard things like little chores because they're convenient, and that reps, that volume of doing hard things will eventually change you the fastest. Some hard things that you can do anywhere or at home. Take a cold shower, my absolute personal favorite. I do this every single morning. That used to be absolutely horrible. I used to scream in the shower, but I love it now, and it absolutely builds up some confidence because it is difficult. It is absolutely difficult, but you got to just do it anyway. Set a time to wake up and absolutely never hit snooze. Don't ever hit snooze. This is the easiest way to show yourself that you can't even wake up on time. No wonder people don't have confidence when they hit snooze. And you can also set a bedtime, which is like actually sticking to the bedtime. Don't say you're going to go to bed at 10, which turns into 10:30, which turns into 12. Again, you're just showing yourself that you're lying. Screen time, limiting how much time you're on your phone, not eating certain foods. So those are all things that you can just do at home and anywhere. And other highlight of the video, you are always keeping an unconscious score of yourself. So when you slack, cheat, or give in on things, this lowers your confidence because you will unconsciously know you're not capable of doing tasks because you are showing yourself that you can't. You're always observing yourself. The funny thing is that people often worry about other people's opinion. The opinion that you should actually care about and care about a lot is the opinion of yourself, your own opinion of yourself. And you sway your opinion of yourself when based off your actions, because you're always aware of what you're doing. So actions, who cares about who else is looking? I get that's integrity and that's important. But what's even more important is showing yourself. You are the person that you need to impress. You are the person that needs to think highly of yourself. You're the only person on the planet that you have to prove anything to. And that's how you'll be confident. That is really what it comes down to. Bonus. For staying this far, I appreciate you being genuinely interested in learning and not just clicking out a video to get quick dopamine. And the bonus thing, which I literally just came up with when I was making this video, is to stop coping / be honest. Really be honest with yourself. You don't have to be depressed / serious all the time to have high standards and achieve things, but you have to be 100% absolutely black and white honest with yourself. You have to find what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and then be 100% honest. Example is, if you're on a diet and you broke your diet, you have to be honest. If you're on a diet, but then a couple days later, you go and eat a box of Krispy Kreme donuts, but for some reason, it was different that day, or it doesn't mean a lot, and you whip up some absolutely garbage excuse to yourself. No. If you're going to break it, and whether you like it or not, you will fail when you try to do something. So you have to, one, be comfortable with failure, because that is absolutely a part of any growth. But if you try to cover it up and you pretend like it's not a failure, that is the worst thing that you could do. You have to be comfortable with failure, and you become comfortable with failure by owning up to it and realizing you're not a bad person, but you messed up. And like I said, if you're on a diet and you go and get a box of donuts, like you shouldn't, if you failed that day, you have to tell yourself, I messed up. I shouldn't have done this. I done it. Doesn't matter how the moon casted its light outside. Doesn't matter how the stars aligned that day. You just messed up. And you don't have to be mad at yourself or beat yourself up over it. It's just about the honesty. If you're like, yeah, I completely messed up. My day is not ruined, but I messed up. I shouldn't have done it, and I've done it. And that honesty will actually help you grow. And you have to see your own failures to grow, because growing is not all wins. So you have to be realistic about it and show yourself that, yeah, I'm not always going to win. But if you blind yourself to your own BS, that is the number one best way to ensure you will never grow. You will never change. You will never be better if you continue to blind yourself. And sometimes this doesn't have to be with making up an excuse, but it can just be with like it's not really an answer, because they know, like deep down in their heart, they know that they mess up. But you have to be able to actively say or think that you messed up something and that you're okay with it, but you will work on improving that. Because without the honesty, it's absolutely impossible. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I thought this was a really interesting video because my channel it is mainly fitness, but it's fitness, mentality, and spirituality for young to mid-age men. That's what I want to help with, because it can't all be about fitness. I wish it could, but it can't all be about fitness. Honestly, mentality and spirituality is also just so interesting to me. And it's the journey that I'm on now. I'm not perfect at any of the stuff that I'm teaching. I'm on the journey as we speak, and I just want to help people that also want to join me. Once again, if you're interested in my coaching, I'll leave the video down in my description explaining the coaching, and you can go from there. But besides that, have a good day, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you on the next one.